Hello, welcome to an edition of Minute with the Mayor, and I'm very, very pleased to have this young man to my right, our Executive Manager of Engineering Services, Mr. Robert Fisher. Welcome, Rob, for a Minute with the Mayor. Now, Rob, obviously, as you would be well aware, but perhaps our viewers may not be, council laws and council staff have been working very hard in relation to what we call, internally at least, the integrated planning and reporting for this next term. Could you perhaps explain to our viewers what IP&R actually means?
Okay, thanks, Mr. Mayor, and I'm definitely not that young anymore. So
that's a good point, actually. Yeah.
Thanks for the introduction. Listen, I think so every year. Council works on the integrated planning and reporting framework, but probably on this occasion once every 4 years. So I think it's within 6 months or 12 months of a council election, we renew the suite of documents that sits within the IP&R framework, and basically that goes, it starts at the community strategic plan, which is the community's plan for the next 10 or 20 years. I can't exactly remember whether it's a 10 or 20 year plan. Yep, a 10-year plan. And then, that filters down into a delivery plan, which is, council's term, and then the operational plan, which is a 1-year budget, basically. And then off to the side of that, you've got the resourcing strategy, which looks at our long-term financial plan, our asset management plan, and our workforce, or how we're going to respond. And I think, what does IP&R do? Listen, I think what IP&R does is it really focuses council to respond to the community's needs. So it starts at, what does the community want? And then it filters down into, well, what is council's role and what is not council's role, and what can we afford? Yeah, what can we do and what can't we do? And then that filters down into what are we going to do in the next 4 years and what are we going to do in the next 12 months? And then the asset management plan, long-term financial plan, resourcing strategy, they determine, what can and can't be done in terms of finances and resources. And, IP&R generally, I think it's a good thing, I really do, but as you just pointed out, it probably brings on a lot more projects and services than what council's traditionally been used to. This has been in for 10 or 15 years, quite a long time, but prior to that, council was probably more internally focused and really focused on probably roads, rates and rubbish if you go back 30 years ago now. Now, when you open up the voice to the community, you get all of these projects come in, and what that can and has led to is sort of a boom in need for services and assets that support the services. And, I think we're at this time, pretty much right now, where we're finding it really, really difficult to fund everything.
And that's the reality of it. And I think, like many of our viewers, that times are tough financially. They will get better, but just council has probably never experienced such financial challenges as we're experiencing at the moment. There's some obviously tough decisions that council has made and will continue to have to make, but again, we'll bring our community along that journey. We're very pleased in terms of the community strategic plan to have over 700 responses. So well done, and thank you to everybody that had that opportunity to contribute what you feel. Now that doesn't mean you're going to get everything that you've asked for, but what it says is here are your views, and they can be considered along with everything else when councillors, senior staff sit down and consider all of those submissions. Exactly. So it's just work of beauty, like Abbott and Costello. I just think what is important is please view these documents. They're very important for you to view. There will be hard copies available at the council offices here, also at the Temora Library, but also online. You can view them online, and please give your feedback. I think that it is a privilege to have an opportunity to have genuine input, and it is genuine input because we do consider every submission that is put to us. So, Rob, thank you very much. You've been reasonably good today on a Minute with the Mayor, but thank you very much for watching.